Good afternoon, Rob Parker from Peach Software. Due to unprecedented bookings for our software, it's been difficult to do the videos as often as I'd like, but today I'm going to give you about 5 tips or new features that we've got coming. I'm just going to go over them lightly. I'm not going to go into any detail, but at least you'll know that they're there and available. And there's a couple of new things coming as well. So I'm going to go through those briefly. I hope you find it helpful. So first of all, product locations. So now in the control menu, you'll notice product locations. So now you can keep product in multiple locations within each warehouse. So if I bring up a part number, you can see now that the part number is in these multiple locations, and you can see stock in each of the locations. Now this is not to be confused with branches. Each branch can have as many locations as you wish. There's a product, of course, and also if you want to move products from one location to another, you can select the drop down, and that's the from location to location, how many you'd like to transfer and move them across. Now, for now, when you invoice, it'll come out of the primary location, and when you receive goods, it'll come into the primary location, and you'll need to transfer into other locations. However, soon there'll be another feature where when you're doing a picking slip or an invoice, the picking slip will automatically put the locations in order, in alphabetical order, so that if you've got a pick an order, it'll take you to one location after the other until the stock has been depleted in each location, and then tell you how many you have to pick from the last location. So that'll be a pretty good feature, and that's coming probably within 3 or 4 weeks. So that's locations for you. The next thing I'd like to talk about is promotional pricing. This is a new feature. I can't actually show you the screen, but I can explain it to you. So if we go into customer control, at the moment if you wanted to run a promotion, you'd have to set it up in your promotion screen, and that promotion would be for all your customers. So where their normal price is higher than the promo price, it would automatically use the promo price for the products in the promo and for the from date to date. So now the big change is that you're going to have a separate promotion screen, and you can make as many promotions as you like, and they can overlap each other as much as you like. But then you'll be able to actually point individual customers to each of those promotions. So this means that you can target your promotions probably to different customer categories, and as I said, they can overlap for different types of products. So it adds a lot more flexibility to our promotion pricing, and there'll be a field in the customer F8. So if I go into one of my customers here, and I open up the F8 matrix, there'll be another field down here called promo as. So you just have to put promo as, you put in there the name of the promo that you've registered in the system. As I said, you can have as many as you like, and they can cross over dates, and then from then on, that customer will get that promotion when it comes into play on the date, and also when it expires. So that's a new and exciting feature that we've got coming up. I wanted to talk about changing part numbers. Now, you know, if you change a customer code, a supplier code, or a part number, it carries across the history for that identity. But I'm not sure if you knew this, and that is, if we go to product control and change part number, so here we go, change part number, and let's say I wanted to change a 00110 to wash and wax. So I just wanted to change the part number. Okay, and part number successfully changed, and that would have taken across all the history, and now the part number is wash and wax. However, if you go into, let's say, a transaction and let's say a customer order, and you've forgotten the new part number, or you haven't told all your staff about the part number change, they can still go in here and they can still search 00110, and what happens is Peach has already automatically put 00110 in the history of the new part number, so that you can still look up that part number using the old code, which will then flick you over to the new code. So that's a pretty handy hint, probably for some of our newer users. Perhaps some of the old users didn't know that. Percentage price change. This is a feature that was in V9 as well, but I just thought I'll go over it again. A lot of people ask about doing this sort of work, but didn't know that it actually existed. So if I go to Control and Percentage Price Change. So in this field, in this screen here, you can actually change a number of product prices all in one go. So I could say I want to change price E, and I want to make it, let's say, 130%, which is a 30% markup of my, let's say, current cost, or I can put a dollar figure in there. So right now that would do the whole product file, but then I can further filter that. I can say from product AA and go to product AZ, for example, and that would be all the products starting with A. Or I can filter it by my supplier, my group, subgroup, many filters. When I'm doing the bulk change, I can add GST, take GST off, round up to the nearest file by 10 cents, and there's some other rounding features here. So if you'd like to try that on your system, give Peach Support a call and they'll help you with that. By all means, do a full backup before you attempt to do anything in that screen. So that's percentage price change. Now, probably the biggest news, and this only applies to some of our clients, but it is interesting, we now have Workshop in V12. I'm not going to go right through Workshop at the moment, but I will say that the customers who've been patiently waiting for Workshop, we've got a little bit of surprise for you, and that is the booking screen. So in V9 you didn't have a diary, in V12 you do. So you just need to push one button, and you've got your job card booking screen up here now. You've got the customer on the phone. What's the rego? You put the rego in, pull up the customer, estimated hours, so the customer's discussed with you what they'd like. You say, all right, that's going to take about 2 hours. I can pick a date to do that. When would you like to book it in? I'll book it in on the 28th. I can insert a message. Now, the nice thing about this is, if I put in a note, it'll record who I am, the date, and the time that I inserted that note, and that will come up on the service notes. Or I can insert a predetermined message coming from either general, customer, supplier, or workshop messages. So they can be pre-formatted messages to speed things up. So once you say okay to that, put in a service summary, and we'll update that, and it appears in the calendar. So now in the calendar, what will happen is if there's more than 3 bookings on that one day, when you hover over it, it'll give you a list of all the bookings. And if I can just hover over that for a moment, you can see when you hover, it tells you what the service is, who the customer is, and also the number of hours that you've put against that. So you can actually just look at each day. You can look at it in a weekly view as well if you like. There it is there. And you can open that up. And then from there, you can go straight to the job card if you wish. So you can open up your job card and start working on that and add the parts and the labour involved, and then process and print the job card ready for the car to come in. So there's a couple of new things and a couple of old things, but certainly Workshops is something that a lot of our customers have been waiting for, and we're pleased to get it out there. So thanks for watching. Hopefully that's a couple of good pointers for you. And sorry I haven't done many videos recently. Like I said, we've been flat out, but I'll try and get back on the bicycle for you. Thanks for watching. And if you have any problems or questions, I've only breezed over it, but you're welcome to call Peach Support, and they can give you more detail or take you through it. Thanks for watching.